Greetings, Earthlings, people of Earth,
Mm-hmm.
people of snow-covered Earth. Welcome to our podcast. This is Should I Watch That? I'm Janet.
And I'm Rachel. And over yonder where I am, we are covered in ice.
Ice, as far as the eye can see.
I would rather
Covered in
have
ice.
snow. Yeah, so-
Haven't left the house in days. Feeling a little twitchy. Feeling a little
Mhm.
cooped up.
Yep.
Maybe missing some French fries. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Who
feel
said that?
I mean,
Yeah.
dear listener, Janet and her fiance live in the mountains up a long dirt road. Like they're in the boonies.
hmm
Me, on the other hand, I just get in my handy dandy Subaru and she takes me anywhere I need to go. What they say about Subarus is true.
Looking for sponsors. Hashtag.
Yeah, sure. Sue. I'll talk about my Subaru anytime. But
Yeah,
today, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't know where everybody else is, but we are in the east coast of the U.S. and we got hit not crazy hard, but we got kind of hit hard Sunday with some
Yeah.
ice. I have a friend who I work with in Michigan, and I think one day this week, just one day alone, she got like 8 inches of snow
Oh,
in just a day, and that was on top of all the other snow she'd ever gotten
well, I
in
hate
the
that.
past week. So at least it's not like that.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I've
Anyway.
I've got some coworkers out in like Omaha, North Dakota. They're buried basically in their
Mhm.
houses. So I'm not gonna be there ever. You know what I'm saying? The snow
For
is not
multiple
for
reasons.
me. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyways,
so what do we have for the ear holes today, Rachel?
my mouth hole is about to tell your ear holes about
I
the
can't wait.
new TV show called The Beauty. Okay, and this came out on Netflix. And I'm going to read you a description, and then we'll talk about the cast characters.
Hulu?
Oh, it's on Hulu? Whoops. I'm
Uh-huh.
sorry, not Netflix, Hulu. My bad. See, I can't
Okay.
even keep it straight. Anyways, so The Beauty is an American science fiction body horror TV series created by Ryan Murphy and Matt Hodgson, based on the comic book of the same name. That's a fun
Mhm.
fact. The
Who knew?
story centers on a mysterious transmission-based treatment that seems to grant perfect physical beauty but hides terrifying, lethal side effects. As global deaths mount among the world's most beautiful, FBI agents and other players race to uncover the truth behind the epidemic, and the corporate interests pushing it. Reading is hard for me today, apparently. That's tough to get through.
Reading is hard.
Reading is hard.
So,
Do we want to go through some of the main characters?
yeah, can we start with Ryan Murphy as one of the creators you mentioned?
Of course.
You guys probably know him from American Horror Story,
Mhm.
All's Fair, that we talked about like
Mhm.
maybe a month or so ago.
Mhm.
Grotesquerie. So like when you see the TV series, you're like, oh yeah, it makes sense when
Yeah.
you see his name attached to it.
Yeah, 100%. He does a lot of like gruesome, weird, let's think about this kind of thing. And
Mhm.
I feel like his work always has like a broader like social message kind of thing. So, he does good stuff mostly.
Mhm.
So yeah, Ryan Murphy, he's cool.
He's cool.
He's cool. Some of the other casts, there's the investigators. These are the FBI agents that are like trying to figure out this mystery, like what's happening, who's behind it, blah blah blah. You've got Evan Peters. My God, I can't read. What is I can't talk. Evan Peters? He plays Cooper Madsen, and he is again one of the agents, and he's also a regular in Ryan Murphy's work. I mean, he
Mhm.
was throughout American Horror Stories, one of the main characters every season. He's an amazing actor. There's also Rebecca Hall that plays the other FBI agent, his partner. Jordan Bennett is her character's name. So again, they're working together to try to figure out what's going on.
Mhm.
So that's them too. And then you've got Ashton Kutcher, who plays Byron Forst. I don't know. Where'd you come up with that make-believe name? Byron Forst. Whatever.
Anyone with a last name Forst, write in. Let us know if you're a Forst as well. Force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
Sorry. That was
Forst. Just make it Forrest. I don't know. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So he plays the tech billionaire who has developed this beauty drug. And so far, dear listener, at the time of recording this podcast, only 3 episodes are out. So we're kind of getting the jump on the whole series, and we're just going to give our take on the first 3 episodes so far. But Ashton really hasn't been very present in the first couple episodes. So I would imagine his character is going to continue to be seen more as the series develops. But one character that I do like, Anthony Ramos. He plays the assassin that like works for Ashton, and he is exactly what it is. He he takes care of the problems that Ashton tells him to take care of, and he's like this. I don't know if he's Italian or Latino or whatever, but he's like this very exotic looking man, but like a badass, and he's like murdering folks and whatever. But
eye patch.
He does have an eye patch.
A nice eye patch. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you find out, I guess this is a spoiler, but whatever, I don't care. He's like actually in his 60s.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but he does not look like he is in his 60s.
Correct. That was kind of the spoiler, right? So, there's him, and then there's Jeremy Pope, who plays a man named Jeremy, and he kind of represents like the ordinary everyday person that gets drawn into this. Like he ends up eventually like, I don't know, being infected with the beauty thing. It's not like an injection. It's whatever.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on how you look at it.
Well,
inject. That was a bad joke. Sorry.
No, yep. It's basically an STD.
Okay.
Sexually transmitted infection, everybody. But yeah, his character, they describe him as an incel, and he's just this big guy, heavy set guy. I'm not going to say the F word, FAT. But that lives in his mom's basement, plays video games, doesn't work. He's watching like porn on the internet all day long and doing those things. And he complains about how girls don't want him. So he like goes on this journey to make himself look better. But he's really just a terrible, shitty person. And I feel like that speaks volumes to the state of affairs of our current cultural climate. Heterosexual men feeling entitled to women and blah, 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 blah. So anyways, we can get into that later. But that character really kind of spoke to me. And I'm talking a lot, Janet. Say something.
No, I'm just a listener in today's podcast now. So a couple of things. So Ashton Kutcher, when I saw the previews for this show, it made it look like he was a lot more involved in the show. Like he would show up a lot more, a main character. And maybe as the series goes, he will be, but haven't seen him much lately. But he looks so young. I mean, like in like on screen, and I'm not even sure how old he is. I could Google it, but like I'm gonna say 45 or 50 maybe, and he does not look it. He looks really good. Anyway, but it's also been 3 years since he starred in anything, according to the IMDb. And I looked it up. The last movie he was in, it was called Your Place or Mine in
Mm-hmm.
2023 with Reese Witherspoon. And it was the cutest, not heartwarming necessarily because that's not my thing, but it was a really cute rom-com. And I highly recommend that if you're
Hmm.
looking for some Kutcher.
Not
Um,
really.
no, okay. And my other thing, so Evan Peters, who plays Cooper Madsen, FBI,
Mm-hmm.
and former Navy SEAL, if you could see the face I just made. Like,
Uh,
I'm not a fan of his, and I don't know why. I'm not saying he's not a good actor because he's been
mm,
in All American Horror Story stuff, but just generally, I would never watch something just because he was in it.
okay.
And when I saw that his character is supposed to be a former Navy SEAL, like I laughed a little bit. Like he just doesn't. I don't know. Just seeing him as FBI is just. I can't. I can't believe it. I can't buy into it at all.
I think
But
probably because he typically plays the villain in most things that he's in, so it's hard to see him as
hmm
the quote unquote good guy.
yeah, and I don't know. He's not selling it so far. Maybe I'll figure it out later, but
Mm.
so far,
Maybe
but
you'll change your mind.
yeah.
And
Um.
just to circle back real quick,
mhm.
Ashton is 47 years old, but he turns
Ah,
48 on February the 7th.
I was close.
You
45 or
are very
50.
close.
Yeah, yeah. He looks good for it. So.
Sure.
And the other thing, after the first episode, my first thought was this show is kind of a cross between Nip Tuck
Mhm.
and the movie The Substance. And I
Mhm.
don't know if you remember Nip Tuck. We're talking like
I do.
maybe. Do you remember it? Oh,
Of
okay.
course.
Um, like it was a creepy ass show, but it was still pretty good. But I remember what they always used to say to the patients who came into their office was, "Tell me what you don't like about yourself."
Yeah.
And then they would proceed to work out a plan to change whatever you didn't like.
Mhm.
So it reminds me of that, but that it's also like not completely identical to some of the things in The Substance, but kind of the concept is still there.
Yeah. Which
And
Janet, I find that so interesting because Demi Moore was the lead in The Substance, and Ashton is now the lead in The Beauty, that are
I wonder.
basically the same movie slash show, and they are ex boyfriend and girlfriend. Like,
Aw, look at that.
why did they do that?
I don't know.
Are
Mortgage bills.
are
I
they
don't know.
trying to like compare themselves to each other so Demi can be like, "Hey, Ashton, fuck you. My movie was better than your show." Like, I don't know. She did hers first, so he looks like the tag along.
Yeah, yeah, he looks like he's trying to catch up. Yeah. The
But
Substance was brilliant. Anyway.
I did like The Substance. I think we did an episode on that, didn't we?
Mhm.
I think we
Mhm.
did.
I think we
Who
did.
knows? At this
I
point,
don't even know what
it's
day it is. So,
that's true. Um, I will say I stopped liking Ashton and unfortunately Mila Kunis, his current wife, when they backed up Danny Masterson.
I don't know anything about this situation. Tell me more.
So Danny Masterson was one of the cast
Mhm.
members on that 70s show along with Ashton and Mila.
Mhm.
And in 2023, he was convicted of 2 counts of rape. The assaults occurred in the early 2000s, so he's in prison for 30 years to life. But several cast members, Ashton and Mila included, faced a lot of backlash, and maybe this is why Ashton hasn't done anything since 2023 because they came out in
Hmm.
support of Danny and like wrote letters of support before his court sentencing.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I missed all that completely.
Mhm.
Wow.
So I
That
don't like that.
changed. Yeah, I don't like that either.
I don't like that. I mean, you can have your opinion about somebody but after they go through a trial and evidence and they're
Mhm.
convicted.
Mhm.
I mean, y'all know my
It's hard.
feelings on assault against women, okay? We don't like that. So,
Yeah, that's kind of hard to be like, but he's such a good guy. No, that's not how it works.
yeah, he was a good guy to you, not to the women that he raped.
Right. Let's think about that.
And
Well, I had no idea. You just
yeah,
educated
so
me.
anyways, that's why I don't like them anymore, really.
Mm, yeah. Interesting. Okay.
So, guess what? I'm
Yeah.
entitled to my opinion.
Yes, you are. Damn it. So there's another briefly, more like a cameo character who showed up, and I was just talking about her to Ryan the other day. Megan Trainor.
Oh yeah.
So, all about that bass,
Mhm.
about that bass, no trouble. Anyway, she has a she,
That was beautiful.
she's thank you, you're welcome. She's lost, I don't know, 40, 50 pounds or something,
Mhm.
and almost looks like a different person. And she has a cameo in like the second or third episode.
Yeah.
Um, anyway,
She's there briefly. There's
yeah.
also Bella Hadid is in there in the beginning. She plays a supermodel named Ruby, who turns out that she was infected. I guess it's infected
Mm-hmm.
by the beauty, which is just what they call it. I don't know else to call it.
Right.
And she does some crazy shit.
Mm-hmm. That was a I have to give it to them. Like that hooked me
Yes, that
pretty
whole
hard. Like
sequence.
that the
Yeah.
first 10 minutes of the for the first episode, you're like,
Yeah.
"Well, I need to see how this turns out."
Yeah, for sure. And that's how it is. I mean, we won't give spoilers, but basically her scene, she's like walking the runway in a fashion show and she just starts to like lose her shit and
Mhm.
starts taking it out on people around her.
And she's
And
very, very thirsty.
yes, then that's a theme that goes throughout, but um I mean, essentially, and this isn't really a spoiler, but essentially what is happening is the inside of their bodies are like burning up. And that's why
Mhm.
they like start to feel that thirstiness, I guess. But it was interesting.
Well, so here's a question for you, and maybe the rest of the series will help us understand. Um, why does that happen to some people, but like it didn't happen to Ashton Kutcher or the assassin
Mm-hmm.
or whatever? Why didn't they
Burn up.
combust?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I think they said something like, I feel like there was a scene where the assassin was talking about how the original strain was like the
Uh,
fountain of youth. And then somebody bootlegged it to try to make money off of it. And that's the
mm.
strain that's going around and making people blow up.
Okay, maybe I missed that.
I think
Maybe I zoned
that's,
out.
I think
I do.
maybe that's it.
Okay. So it mutated or something along the way. I don't know.
Yeah, somebody tried to make it themselves to be able to make money off of it. And then sort of like Ozempic versus the knockoff Ozempics.
Mhm.
Think of it that way. Everybody trying to make money off that Ozembi.
Everybody. And and I so I guess like and I had no idea this was a comic book until I was doing some or
I
research
didn't
about
know.
it, but
Yeah.
I had no idea. Um, but I can't. It's so relevant, I guess. But it brings me back to the same question, and like the whole premise of the show is very obvious.
Mm-hmm.
You know, beautiful people get more, beautiful people have more, beautiful people are happier. At least that's kind of the perception of the people who want to be beautiful, right?
Mm-hmm.
You were talking about the guy at the beginning he's a really large guy. He doesn't have any friends. He's living in his mom's basement and he just wants to be attractive so girls will like him, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it starts there. And so that raises my question. And I think we probably talked about this on when we talked about the substance, but it for me it's how far would you go?
Yeah.
You know, what do you have a limit on what you would do to be beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
And why do you think you're not beautiful now? Unless maybe you have like a third eye in your cheek and a really bad snaggle tooth coming out of your nose or something. I don't know. But
Yeah.
like, why are you so obsessed? And I have my own personal reasons why I think everyone's obsessed, but how far would you go? I think
Mm-hmm.
is the key. And I know we talked about this, but like, it's been a while. What would you do? Like, is it Botox or is it facelift or tummy tuck? Like, how much money do you spend
Yeah.
until you think you're beautiful?
Well,
I don't know.
I think it's definitely a person by person question, and everybody has different opinions on it. And I will say that I have struggled over the years, like aging wise, just because
Mhm.
it is something to adjust to.
Mhm.
I have gotten Botox. It's been over a year since I've had it, so it's gone now. But I for myself, it's about how I feel about myself, and I think that's a big difference for a lot of people. Like, I'm not if I were to get any plastic surgery, which maybe I would, I don't know, but I don't have the money to do that. I have a
Right.
small child, like, that's
Can't
expensive.
afford it.
But would I do things if I could afford it? Sure. If it made me feel more confident, if it made me feel whatever, yeah. But I
Mhm.
think it's definitely society at large, and this is kind of the underlying thing that is speaking to, right? Is that we are conditioned to believe that pretty people have better lives than us.
Mhm.
And it's not true. I mean, sure, there's definitely a pretty privilege,
Mhm.
absolutely. But people that aren't as conventionally attractive as other people still can live beautiful, happy, fulfilling lives. And I think that that's the part that people miss out on. Like the guy in his basement, in his mom's basement,
Mhm.
like if he would just leave his house and go meet people, he could find a woman that
Mhm.
might like him if he was a nice person, you know? And I think that
Right.
that's the thing, is that people have gotten so lazy. They just want to be happy without doing any work
Mhm.
on themselves to be better people or
Yeah.
to do any work to meet other people. Like, uh, look at yourself.
Mhm.
There's people that are married that and none of there's not a tooth between them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And they're happy.
they're
And they're
happy.
and they're beautiful to each other. That's what matters.
That's what I mean. So I feel like people hold themselves, because society like feeds this machine, this beauty machine,
Mhm.
like people aren't willing to do the work necessary. They feel, and especially men, the incels and all that shit, like they feel entitled.
Mhm.
Because I'm a man, I should be able to walk outside and get a hot woman without having to do any work on myself. You know what I mean? So, anyways, that's my
It
two
doesn't,
cents
yeah.
on that.
And, for the record, not all men are like that.
Correct. I'm
Some men are
generalizing.
okay. And
Yes.
yeah, but generally speaking, I think, well, and there's kind of a double standard, like there are men who are like, well, wants the wife to do Pilates 5 days a week and
Mm-hmm.
do this and do that, so she looks a certain way when she's on his arm or something. But
Right.
not all men are like that either. But we
Right.
don't
And
appreciate that.
I mean, women hold themselves to high beauty standards too. That's why we're trying
Hmm.
to nip and tuck and lose weight, and this diet and that diet and these Spanx and that Spanx. And I mean, girl, I've got a lot of Spanx in my
Yeah.
house, and I stopped wearing them all like 2 years ago because I was like, this is the most uncomfortable piece of clothing. And it really
Mm,
doesn't make me look any different
right. It
because
just makes me
I'm
uncomfortable.
exactly like I'm chubby and that's fine. Why am I going to stuff myself into a sausage casing?
Into a spank.
Yeah. So I mean, but I think that that's things that people need to learn about themselves through self-reflection and growth, okay? And a lot of people
Yes,
aren't willing to do that.
agree. For me, I feel like my like growing up, the people that you see who are on TV and magazines and in movies and stuff who are successful and kind of like what you as a child or something like, I want to be like that when I grow up.
Mhm.
The women are always thin and they're always fit and they have gorgeous hair and perfect makeup. And it like at some point you start thinking that that's achievable.
Mhm.
And it's so not achievable. And especially when you're young, you don't understand that these people have they pay a trainer and they pay a chef to cook their meals and they sit in
Mhm.
a trailer getting their hair and makeup done for 2 hours before they
Yeah.
shoot that scene or something, you don't think about things like that. You see that when you're older, but then it's almost too late because it's ingrained in you, for all
Mhm.
those years of your life. You're like, that's what beauty is, or that's what success is. Um, and it's not. So,
And I do think the like emergence of reality TV and like the social media and access to more information and more people has really kind
mhm,
of like the younger generations are like, fuck this. Like, I'm not doing
mhm.
all this, at least what I've seen. Um, so I think it's nice that more people are being real. Like, when I was in my 20s, I would not have left my house or taken a picture of myself and put it on the social medias unless I had mascara on because my
Mhm.
eyelashes are blonde. And I was always so self conscious about my freaking eyelashes being blonde. Now I wear makeup like twice a month. Okay. Like maybe
Same.
if I
Mhm.
have an important work meeting, I might put on some makeup. Otherwise, like I don't care. And it's again, it's just like realizing I don't know. You just have to learn to be comfortable with yourself. But again, I don't think, and I've learned this over the years too, is that most people, the majority of people, do not have the ability to self reflect.
I I would think, okay, just my personal perspective. I have developed that skill over my
Mm-hmm.
lifetime, and I'm really good at it now.
Mm-hmm.
If you had talked to me about self-reflection when I was 26, I'd be like, "What are you talking about?" And I think some of that comes with age and maturity,
Yeah, 100%.
but not for everybody. But I agree. And it's the other part of that is look at yourself, understand yourself, love yourself.
Yeah.
And I
And
think those are really difficult concepts for a lot of people,
well,
including myself sometimes.
I'm going to tell you something I heard or saw. I don't remember if it was a meme or video or whatever recently on social media. And it made perfect sense. It was like, as women, why would we adhere to a beauty standard that was created by men that emulates children, right? Because to them, the perfect female form is skinny, hairless,
Mhm. Mhm.
okay?
Mhm.
Hairless and like
Mhm.
perfect skin, no wrinkles. Well, who is that? Those are children.
Yeah. That's
Those
so
are
true.
teenagers. The beauty standards that we are chasing as adult women are based on 18-year-old children
Mhm.
because men are disgusting and want to fuck little girls. Okay. That's why you see all
All
these
right.
old men with these young girls. Okay. So why should I be held to the same standards as an 18-year-old girl? My metabolism don't do that no more. I was
No, mine
skinny when
quit
I
doing
was
that a long time
18. Okay.
ago.
I'm not anymore. Like, but that was like kind of an awakening for myself when I saw that
hmm
not too long ago. I was like, holy shit, that's so true.
And thank
And look who
God, and again, generalization. We know not all men are like that.
correct.
Thank you for the men who are not like that, who are normal. And to quote my friend Sean,
We're normal.
suck it, Oprah. Thank you, Sean.
Yeah.
There are a lot of really great guys out there who aren't like that. But yes, I get and especially because like you see Hugh Hefner or something surrounded
Ugh.
by 20-something-year-olds. You
Barf.
know, it doesn't work that way.
Well,
But
and I mean, it's so bad that in this country we have a pedophile as president. Lots
mhm.
of other pedos that are in office and in charge of things. And then we have to have laws to tell grown men that they cannot marry children. But those are only laws in a few states, not all states. There's still a lot of states in our country that you can marry children legally. And the Republicans voted down a law that would ban child marriage like 2 years ago.
Oh my God.
So so I mean, just to give everyone perspective, and it's other honestly, it's other countries too. It's been more recent that other countries have banned child marriage also. So more of the world is apparently waking up and realizing that pedophilia is bad.
If you take
Anyways,
anything away from this episode, take away the fact that being a pedophile is bad.
yeah,
Public service announcement. Word to your mother. You're welcome.
leave children alone,
Thank you.
please.
All right.
Anyways,
So we've
so we were
digressed.
talking about the beauty. Yeah,
We're talking about the beauty.
but
So,
I mean, it all comes back to the same. I mean, kind of all related. But anyways, go ahead, Janet.
yeah. Well, so one of the things that I appreciated, but then it was really disgustingly gross, is as the people are transforming into their beautiful self, like they almost like come out of a cocoon, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
And you see people like stretching and they're all gooey and icky and disgusting from the cocoon and everything. I thought that was pretty cool.
It was cool,
I
and
just
I
want
think that
I like gross stuff. That was pretty cool.
yeah, it definitely lives up to its body horror
Mhm.
genre, whatever. So
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what the rest of the episodes will do, but only time will tell.
Well, Rachel,
Yes.
do you like it enough to continue watching? Should
I
I
mean,
continue watching this weird ass gross kind of ridiculously plotted show? I think the plot's ridiculous personally, but yeah, go ahead.
I do too. My answer. So I will continue to watch it in case we want to record another episode, but I do not recommend anyone else to watch it because at least right now, I think it's stupid. It's basically like you said, the sustenance.
The
Yes,
substance, yeah.
substance. It's very similar to that. It just doesn't feel like new
Mhm.
as a concept. It feels, I mean, whatever. Janet, do you think people should watch this?
Mm. Oh. No, I don't think people should watch it,
Mm-hmm.
but I will hop on the other side of the fence and say I'm going to see it through just
Yeah.
for out of like morbid curiosity. It's kind of like All's Fair. Remember we talked about that like a month or so ago. Is it good? No. Is it intriguing and curious enough like a car crash on the interstate that you really want to see what happens? Yeah, that's how I feel. So I don't really I wouldn't recommend anybody watching it, but I'm far enough along that I'm going to continue to see how it plays out unless it gets really stupid.
Yeah.
And then I might give up.
Dear listener, basically what we're telling you is don't waste your time. We will come back and let you know if it gets better, and then maybe you should watch it, but we'll save your time for you, okay? So
yeah.
maybe hold off, all right?
And if you're one of those people, you're like, Ryan Murphy did it, and I'm going to watch everything Ryan Murphy did. Or, I love Evan Peters, and I'm going to watch everything he did. Knock yourself out. But yeah, it's pretty darn ridiculous.
It's
from my borderline intelligent professional medical opinion. So Exactly.
Well, there you have it, folks. From our mouthholes to your ear holes. Thank you for listening to another episode of Should I Watch That with Janet and Rachel.
Woohoo!
Woo! We hope that you have a wonderful day and that you're not trapped in your house from blinding snow and ice like we are.
Maybe next time things will be better for us. Who knows?
Maybe. We'll never know.
All right. Thank
All
you,
right, everybody.
Thank you. Thank your ear holes for listening. Goodbye.
Okay, bye.
This episode was produced by Ryan Myrick.
Follow us on Instagram at Should I Watch That 25 and on Facebook at Should I Watch That.
Email us at shouldIwatchthat25@gmail.com.
Like, follow, and review wherever you listen to us.
Or wherever you cast your pods. Thanks.
Thank you.